Today, I will address my fellow Gen Zs. For weeks, I have made speeches that were meant to guide the president's hand to some low-hanging fruits, reforms that he can undertake as a show of goodwill in the quest for good governance. These speeches were not for entertainment. They were guiding light to well-researched actions that I would have taken if I was your president. Now today, I want to speak to you, my fellow Gen Zs. Listen keenly and learn. You came out in large numbers to express rage against the finance bill and bad leadership. Regrettably, we lost comrades who were champions of good governance and heroes of change. We will remember them. In moments like this, we must pause and ask ourselves the following questions. 1. What did we achieve with the finance bill if the president still signed the appropriations bill that allows him to borrow and spend the amounts that were in the finance bill? Did our comrades die for nothing? 2. What did we achieve if in the dissolution of cabinet if the ministers still get to enjoy the billions that they looted from public coffers with their friends, buddies, and villagers who sing their names overnight and threaten to beat any Gen Z to death? 3. What truth can we hope to get by auditing public debt if the president himself was the biggest consumer of corrupt proceeds from Eurobond and other monies that were borrowed in our name and stolen? 4. What do we achieve if the Inspector General resigns but does not account for lost lives and abducted comrades? 5. What do we, the young people of this country, achieve by the president forming a coalition government? Are they uniting for us or against us? 6. What was the essence of banning Harambes for public servants, then doing the exact same thing a weekend later? Should we trust the word of the president? Are all his ways devious and deceitful? Now tell me, fellow Gen Zs, if indeed you're serious about Ruto must go, are you ready for a Gachagua presidency? Because our constitution says it's Gachagua to the end of the term. 2. If you want to say Ruto and Gachagua must go together, are you ready for a 90-day Wetangula presidency? How will we have elections after 90 days without an IEBC? 3. If you are saying dissolve parliament now, how do we do fresh elections without IEBC? Or how exactly will we have IEBC if the constitution requires parliament to approve the commissioners? Are you aware that there is no president in the world that would make an enemy as powerful as parliament? 4. Have you noticed that Facebook, Instagram, and other social media algorithm is using artificial intelligence to identify, flag, and undermine all posts that are against the government? Those posts get little to no engagement. This means you have powerful enemies internationally who will not want to see change because it threatens their interests. So now, comrades, how do we achieve change with surgical precision without destroying our homeland? We need a strategy. In the absence of a strategy, this government will be ruthless and merciless. They will abduct you from your homes, torture, and kill you. They'll come up with a strategy to censor social media activism to prevent anything like this happening any day in the future. We need to identify our short-term goals and our long-term goals. If you need me, I am ready to remove my Kaunda suit and sit with comrades from all walks of life and all professions to develop a plan of bold, steady steps towards systemic change and good governance. I promise you in the name of my grandfather, Honorable George Morara the late, who died fighting for this nation, that I will not sell you out. If I do, and if it can be proven in fact and evidence that I have done, then may all my generations be cursed. Yours truly, from Morara Kebaso himself, the only man who can milk a lion while sitting on a porcupine. Asanteni sana.